Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your October reading. This is Green Adventuring Tarot, and I'm Gigi. I'm so happy you're here, Scorpio. I've been meditating on your cards, but before we get started, I want to let you know I am using two different decks and then a clarifier at the end. I'm using the Zombie Tarot, and I'm using, so it's kind of spooky and scary. It's all zombie imagery for Halloween. And I'm also using the Pulp Tarot, which is a very retro kind of 40s and 50s deck. These both have that kind of scary movie from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. It has that vibe to it. And then I'm going to clarify at the end with the Beloved Dead deck for some ancestor knowledge about your month. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so beautiful Scorpio, as we kick off October, I pulled the Magician card. Woo! It feels like you are quite the little manifester this month. You are really sort of creating some things, and it's very exciting. You're pulling in all sorts of resources, and it feels like this autumn is really your time to really create some really exciting things. I feel like you have a lot of things brewing, and they're all kind of coming together. And what's supporting that is the Two of Pentacles. So it does feel like this is sort of a delicate dance for you. Look at that card. I love that. She's sort of doing this sort of delicate sort of walk and dance and juggling these things. So I feel like you're very good at that. You're a good multitasker. And this is an example of you really sort of creating something. It also feels like it's more than one thing. It feels like you really are really sort of like, oh, is it Tuesday? I'm doing this. Is it da 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 da? It's like the cha-cha, you know, you're very good at this. And then as we roll in to the second week of the month, I pulled the beautiful King of Wands. And this is interesting. It's very zombie-ish, you know, with the bone there, the King of Wands. You could be dealing with a fire sign. This could be a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo. And it does feel like there is sort of someone wanting to join you. This could be a business partnership. This could be a new friendship. This could be a partner. This is somebody who really wants to connect with you. And maybe it has to do with all of these sort of juggling kind of routine you're doing. Maybe this person is helping you so you can juggle more smoothly. Yeah. And what's supporting that is the Eight of Swords. So it feels like there's something sort of residual. In my readings, this really is a kind of an emotional or mind-tripping sort of residual from something from the past. So maybe something pops up for you. Maybe when you get back into one of these beautiful things that you're working on with this beautiful mad scientist magician energy, it feels like maybe you are something is coming up for you. Maybe something that didn't work out in the past. It sort of worried you a bit. Could be that it's, you know, almost your birthday or in your birthday month. Happy birthday, by the way, coming up. It could be that something is sort of kind of weighing you down. Now, remember, you have the power to walk away from this energy. You do not have to stay there. You have all the power to walk away. No one is holding that person hostage. That binding is merely in our mind. So you do have that power, and maybe this sort of fire energy, king energy, can really help you kind of pop forward and get out of that feeling. And then as we roll into the second half of the month, I pulled the Four of Hazards, which is the Four of Pentacles in traditional tarot. And so there he is sort of hiding from the zombies in his bunker. He's being very careful, and he's very kind of hoarding, kind of holding on to everything and making sure he's safe and sound down there, and doing the dee 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 dee, you know, kind of not wanting to hear all the horrors that are happening with the zombie invasion as he eats his bacon, and he has his saltine crackers and his bacon down there. So this is an interesting card. This really does feel like you are kind of pulling in a little bit. You're kind of feeling like you need to save some energy for yourself. There's something, could be some money stuff, money stuff pops up for you, and you really are holding back and being very conservative around money. Could be that. And I also pulled the King of Pentacles. So it does feel like maybe you're saving for something. This King of Pentacles energy is very much sort of someone who's very earthy and sort of landowner kind of energy. So it does feel like maybe you're holding back because you need to spend money on something that you own, maybe a repair on your house or a repair on a larger possession like land, or you're saving up to purchase land, something like that. It does feel like you are being very cautious right now. Could be it's a big purchase of some kind of holding back and not wanting to flow that money around so you can really hold on to it, so you can chunk it down on something. Yes. And then as we get into the last bit of the month, I pulled the beautiful World card. Look at that. So it does feel like some sort of cycle is ending. Could be that indeed you do purchase that item and it's now time for you. It could be time for you to start a new cycle. That's the energy I'm feeling. And I feel like whatever it was at the beginning with that mad scientist magician energy and that wonderful earth sign, or excuse me, fire sign energy, it does feel like now you're ready to sort of finish whatever that job was or whatever that idea is and move on to the next idea. It feels like that Two of Pentacles energy. It's now time for you to go into a new cycle. So I love this. It's like you were sort of juggling and you pulled in some resources and held on to some resources, and then chunk, you sort of did whatever it is, and now you're moving on to a new cycle as we go into November. And what's supporting that World card, the reason why I'm saying that is I have the Three of Wands, and look at that. They are ready to explore and go into a new earth cycle. Look at that. So here we have the earth, and then we have somebody wanting to explore and go into another realm of some kind. So it feels like that was ultimately your goal, was to finish out whatever it was, drop one of those pentacles, and now move forward with this new idea. Very exciting. Please drop a line down below and tell me what this new idea is. I'm very excited. This could be world traveling. This could be moving physically, geographically moving somewhere. This could be just a general business trip, but it's very exciting and it's something you've been wanting to do for a long time. Whatever this is, it has a certain excitement to it. It really does. It's like you were able to finish up whatever it was, and now you're moving into this whole new realm. But let's get some clarification from Spirit. Spirit, please help us with Scorpio. Please help us with the World card. What's going on with that, please? Okay. And then Spirit, please help us with the Three of Wands. What is this new adventure for Scorpio at the end of the month, please? Okay. All right. And so with the World card, here's the World card. I pulled the Eight of Wands. Look at that. So this is happening very quickly. It could be that you were able to finish out that other cycle, drop one of these pentacles so you could quickly get to this new thing. After that cycle ends, it feels like this is like, it could be a very kind of last minute invitation. Like, hey, somebody dropped out of something. Would you please join us? And you're like, heck yeah. That's kind of the energy it feels. And then with the Three of Wands, this new adventure, guess what? You're going to trip out. I'm not joking. It's the World card again in a different deck. This is amazing. Look at that. You've got two World cards. Look at that. That's amazing. So indeed, it does feel like your whole world is turning into a feeling of adventure. This could be a big trip you've been planning. This could be work related. This is something where you definitely want to do some exploring and you are ready. The world is calling at you twice. So Scorpio, answer the call. The world wants you and you really want to get out there and do what you need to do. It sounds very exciting. You've been able to kind of finish up some stuff, and so now you can be a part of that. I love it. And let's get some guidance from our ancestors. Spirit, please help us with Scorpio. What do their ancestors need to tell us, please, for Scorpio? Okay. And one more card, please. Okay. And one last card. Okay. Okay, beautiful Scorpio. Ooh, I have the Wise Guy card. Scorpio, I love this. Look at that. That's sort of the gangster kind of energy, the wise guy. So this is really interesting. I'm wondering if that is one of the chapters that you're closing in your life, you're sort of, maybe it's retirement, maybe it's, selling a business, whatever it is, you're tired of working around this energy. You are done. That wise guy, that Weisenheimer, that kind of sarcastic, whatever, coworkers that aren't serving you, whatever it is, staff that worked for you or whatever it is, people in the industry you work with, you're done. You're like, bye. So it does feel like Spirit is saying, okay, you can take a break from that. That's over. And then I also have the Spirit Throne. This is really interesting. The Spirit Throne is all about tapping into the people that you miss, and the people, especially as we go into Dia de los Muertos, this is all about thinking about the people who have passed and that who you would like to remember and light a candle for and give them love and prayers. And they in turn love you back and bless you from above. So this is really great. This is whoever you want to be in that throne. I love that. That's absolutely beautiful. So it does feel like also another interpretation of this is you could have had someone in, a grandfather figure or an uncle or even a father figure that was a real smart butt, if you know what I'm saying. And they really do want to sort of say hi. You could have had one of those figures that's now transitioned, that is kind of stepping down and in the throne and wants to say hi. So that's kind of fun. Or a sassy sister or a sassy grandmother. Of course, it could be feminine, male, it doesn't matter. Someone that has that energy. And then finally, at the very end, I have this beautiful prophecy card. I love this card. And so really it is about sort of, it could mean that you're here right now listening to this, and please, the ancestors are saying, please listen to her. Could mean that, but it also could mean that you have a lot of psychic energy yourself and to really listen to your gut. And if you want to go on this trip and retire or world travel or, take a job overseas, whatever it is, if you want to do that, you do it. The prophecy of whatever you've been dreaming about and thinking about, or the spirits have been whispering in your ear about, this, listen to it. It's not you just hearing something out of the blue going, why would I think that? That is something that your higher self is beckoning you to do. So I love that. These are some powerful cards, Scorpio. Scorpio, I never get a light reading with you. It's always heavy duty. I love this. So however you want to interpret these three cards, I feel like you know what is best for you. I'm just merely a conduit. So it does feel like you do have some powerful messages coming through, and you have a powerful ally above that is watching over you, especially all those beautiful ancestors, but in particular, someone that you may know. And additionally, you have this Weisenheimer energy, and it does feel like they're either coming from above or someone is saying, it's time for you to move on from all that Weisenheimer, that wise guy, that sort of sassy, sarcastic energy. You're ready to move on and go explore the world and have some fun out there and relax. All right. And look at new adventures and be around more loving energy, whatever that means for you. All right, my beautiful Scorpio. That was fun. It was so great to read for you, and have a beautiful October.